Hey guys, what's up? How are you guys doing? So I'm back again and I'm going to make chicken. So what I have here is some hen, and we Africans like the hard chicken. And so the chicken that I have here is, I cut this up myself. It's like a whole chicken, small chicken. It's called hen. That's what we call it back in Africa, where I'm from, Nigeria to be exact. It's the hen chicken, and it's tough, and it doesn't have like a lot of it's not like the chicken breast or like the American type chicken. I don't know how to describe it. If you're an African, you should know what I'm talking about. But here I already have it cleaned. I cut it up myself, and I'm going to put it in the pot here. So this chicken is too much. The chicken I have on the tray here is too much to fit all in the pot. So I'm going to separate it in 2 pots and have it boil on the stove. And like I was saying, you know, we Africans back in Africa where I'm from, we like to fry our food. It's not really the most healthy way of cooking. So I'm going to modify this cooking just to let you guys know that you don't have to cook all, you don't have to fry all your food and make it saturated with unhealthy fats and things like that. So so keep watching the video. So I have the chicken in here, you know, it's right here. So it's in the pot right now. They're in the 2 pots as I speak. And then now we're just going to season it up. So the first seasoning that I'm going to put there is some Maggi seasoning. Try this. You can find this at, you know, any store, Safeway, Walmart, the local grocery store. So we're going to put a little bit of that in there. And this is kind of like a seasoning agent. It just helps everything taste good and delicious and mouth-watering. And then we're going to add a little bit of salt. Yeah, salt, as you can see. A little bit of salt. And then I like to add a little bit of spicy seasoning in there. So I have some good old grounded cayenne pepper to, you know, give you a little kick while you're eating it. And, you know, I like spicy food. So any chance I get to make anything spicy, you bet it, I'm going to make it spicy. And then my favorite seasoning, rosemary. So that's the rosemary here. We're just going to put a little bit in there. Just a little bit. A little bit. I love rosemary seasoning. It just like makes everything taste so freaking good. Am I the only one that feels that way? So my next seasoning that I'm going to put there is thyme. I love thyme. Like I said, it makes everything taste good also. So, but you don't have to use the same seasoning that I'm using. You can use any seasoning that you feel like will make your food taste good and make your finger licking good, basically. And then, just for the heck of it, you know, why not? Let's put some garlic powder in there. Put some garlic powder. Alright, and my other seasoning that I'm also going to put there is, I get this from Trader Joe's. I don't know if they have it anywhere else, but it's called 21 Seasoning Salute or whatever. But I'm going to put this in there. It's going to go in here. So what I also like to put in there next, as you can see, that's all the seasoning. See all that goodness on that chicken right there? Delicious, right? Right there. So the next thing we're going to put in there is good old water, right? Because we need like a medium to cook our chicken in to make it soft and tasty. So I'm just going to dump some water in there. Put as much water as you like, but I'm just going to, see this big old cup? I'm going to split it between the 2 pots. I'll put the rest in there. Because as the chicken cooks, it's going to release some water, and the water is going to help you cook your chicken. So now I'm just gonna get my spoon and kind of stir everything up. And this chicken, because it's the African type chicken, the hard chicken, it takes a little while to cook. Like, it's so tough and chewy after you're done with it, so it takes a little bit to cook. So you just kind of stir everything up real good. There you go. And then you are ready to put it on the stove to let it cook. So I have the cover here. Cover it up. Cover this up and put it on the stove. So now you have both pots on the stove and they are ready to be cooked, right? So turn on your I like to put it on like medium or whatever, right there, maybe on 6, and you just kind of let it simmer and cook. So now every once in a while, this is the chicken like almost halfway done. Every once in a while you want to open up your pot of chicken and you want to kind of like stir it around, you know, change the position so that other sides of the chicken get boiled too, because you don't want one side to be you know, cooked and the other side not done. So basically just kind of open it maybe like every, you know, 20 minutes. Just kind of open it up and see how your chicken is doing. And also you also want to taste your food as you cook it, and that's how you're going to know when the chicken is done, because I can't really tell you. You have to put it on the stove for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, because every stove is different. And this is how I cook my food. I taste my food as I cook it. So basically I'm going to taste this chicken right now. I mean, from the looks of it, it looks like it's almost done, just because I'm so used to cooking the chicken. But another thing you want to do is also taste your chicken. Make sure it has enough seasoning. That's how you're going to know that it has enough seasoning, or, you know, if it's soft enough or too soft. And that's when you know that your chicken is done. Okay? So I tasted the chicken and it looks like it is fully done. It's soft and very, very tasty. So I'm going to turn the heat off the chicken, put my gloves on, take the chicken off the stove, and same thing, we dump it in my strainer. Chicken is in the strainer. Move the chicken around a little bit in the strainer to drain out the excess water. Okay, and then what I'm going to do next with that is I'm going to put it on this oven tray. Alright, so once you have the chicken on the oven tray, it is ready to go in the oven, as you can see. So I'm going to set my oven for 350 degrees and put it in there till it dries up a little bit, because I do not want to fry it. So dry it up, put it in the oven and dry it up to your own liking. So, you know, if you want it to be extra dry, go ahead and dry it up. But I'm going to put it in the oven and dry it to my own liking. So you do the same, alright? After about 3 to 5 minutes, you want to check on your chicken that's in the oven. About 3-5 minutes. I like to flip it over and kind of just like, you know, flip it over, and so the other side gets dry like that. And that's it. And then put it back in the oven for another maybe 3 minutes, and it will be all dried up. Mine is still kind of moist. I just wanted to get rid of the extra fluid that's around the chicken, which is basically what frying does. So I don't want to fry the chicken. I just want to get rid of the excess water. Alright. Hey guys, so this is the chicken after everything is all done. It's out of the oven and it is looking good. And I don't think, I'm not sure if you guys remember, but at the beginning of making this chicken, you notice that there's a lot of fat on the chicken. Not a lot, but you can see the fat on the chicken. But as you cook it, and also when you put it in the oven to dry up, the fat kind of melts away. So that's why I also like to put it in the oven to dry up, because I don't like extra fat on my chicken. I like all the fat gone. So once you put it in the oven and once it is complete, you have dry chicken that the fat is kind of melted away. And at this point, you can either remove the chicken skin, but this is the chicken completely done and out of the oven. And yeah, see you on the next segment.